My name is Arabella. I was born on June 16, 1934 in Magnago, Italy. Before traveling to the United States, I attended kindergarten at a Catholic school in my hometown. My father traveled back and forth to the United States when I was young, specifically to Philadelphia, for a couple months at a time to work. He loved America. Around 1940, just before World War II, fighting had already begun in Italy, and my father was worried that Germany would soon invade the country. So he decided that we all should go to the United States. My mother and I left on the Count de Sevilla. This was the last trip the ship would make before it was commissioned as a military ship and sank later in the war. It took 2 weeks just to get through the Strait of Gibraltar between Spain and Morocco because it had been mined by the British. And then we still had to travel to America. In April, we met our father in New York and settled into a home in Philadelphia. My father knew English because of his many trips to the United States and was happy to be in America. My mother was not happy to be in America. She never wanted to leave Italy and wanted me to simply learn Italian at home. We had lived with a friend when we first arrived in the United States who tried to help me learn English, but whenever my mother heard us, she would stop it. The same thing happened with a neighbor who tried to teach me, but my mother would not allow it. I started school in September of the next school year after we arrived in the first grade. I went into my class in first grade with little English. I knew some words like hello, goodbye, and goodnight. My teacher came up to me that first day and pointed to the board. She said, "See what's written on the board? You just copy it." So I copied what was on the board without really understanding it until I got home and my father told me what I had copied. There were no classes to teach English then, so I learned by copying off the board. There was a boy in my class that spoke English and Italian who tried to help me, but he spoke a different dialect of Italian, so I couldn't always understand him. This made it hard to learn English. My mother made it hard to learn English as well in social settings because she didn't want me to go out to play with other kids because everything was foreign to her. I taught myself and learned English in school by reading a lot of books such as Dick and Jane. I still remember the sentences such as, "See dog run." School was hard and I did not like it because I couldn't understand what was said. But within the year, I began to understand more and more and it became easier. I kept Italian with me throughout my life, and we did visit Italy again when I was older. While my mother always wanted to go back to Italy, my father and I grew to love America more than our home country, and now no one would know that I didn't know English many years ago.